smart. Welcome, Raider Nation, to Littleton, Colorado. Tonight we're located at the South Suburban Hockey Arena, which I love so much. It's really nice.
It is nice in here.
You have myself, Ishmael Hernandez, joined by the...
Gabby Chernoff.
Gabby, appreciate it. Glad to see you here. I know a lot of people are really happy with you being here, along with my wife probably being number one, wondering if you're going to come in or not. Did great stuff for you yesterday. It was good to have you during the third period, but she is so happy. She said the reins of the mic were too much for her. But before we get into that, let's get into some business here. This is a business trip, so let's talk about this Regis team coming off a tie yesterday with Ralston Valley. Tough tie for us. I thought we were the better team, but it is what it is, and we push forward. We now have Fort Collins tonight set up, who's
also
strong team, and in the past they've given us a run for our money, and they made us earn the W's that we've got off that game. But they are not a team to look past. Good speed, good setup, aggressive, very aggressive team. So let's see how it lays out. What do we have for lineups?
All right, starting lineup for tonight is Parker Brenner, centering Carter Schick and Michael Manville, followed by Drew Lorenzo and Camden Lai, centered by Eli Ash. Incomplete third line with Connor Ihaya and Cameron Balapat. And then we have Ian Beck centering Nico Pinero and number 15, Jake Filler. Our D pairings, number 4, Dylan Paranjape with Ryan Williams, followed by Zach Lorenzo and Chase Patterson. And then we have Matthew Carter and Luke Miller, and we have a 7th D-man tonight, and Liam McDonald, and Elijah Hernandez is our starting netminder for tonight.
I'm looking at all these changes, and once again, we've seen number changes on jerseys and lineup change-ups. You know, we have so much talent, and it's kind of hard to highlight, but once again, I'm really curious about line 4, that Beck, Pinero, Filler line.
Interesting.
They played really well yesterday, and I'm looking for them to click. And once they do, man, I'm telling you, that's going to be one to be recognized with. So they're going to do some introductions here for the line 1, and we'll fill you guys in as we did now. They're going to do Fort Collins first, as they call it, defenders. Number 9, Number 19, Alex Fletch. And number 23, Mason Clark. 4, number 27, Gavin Armstrong. And then number 40, Cody Caldwell. As Fort Collins lines up on their blue line. Now we head over to the Raiders. Number 4, at defense, Dylan Paranjape, number 4. Number 6, Ryan Williams. Number 15, Jake the Beauty Filler. Number 17, Ian Beck. Number 22, Nico Pinero. And in net, number 1, Elijah Hernandez. Now for the national anthem. And away we go. So, Gabby, tonight I believe we have a sponsor. Do you know who that is? It's the family. We have a family sponsor.
The Brenners.
Yeah, Brenner family. Thank you guys for sponsoring tonight's game and allowing myself and Gabby to come out and talk and see some hockey and get it out to the families near and far. On that note, I have a shout out from the Williams family. We have 2 cousins. I hope you guys are on, and I will re-announce this, and I'm coming out kind of early, but from the Williams family, special shout out to cousin Michael out of New York and cousin Beth in Dallas. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. That's nice. Texas and New York. Hope you guys have a great time watching this game. So as we line up, we have Ian Beck and Pinero and Filler. Line 4 starting out for us. Regis comes away with the win, and they push it hard. Nico Pinero gains the blue line. Foco's there to take it away quickly. Pinero takes the spill. Filler takes the spill, sorry. Shot. Goal! Beck. Puck comes off the back of the boards, and Ian Beck just sitting right on top.
Quick goal from our starting lineup on their first shift tonight. Good job on Ian Beck. He sees that defender out in front trying to cover him. He moves back. Nico Pinero sees him kind of drop back there away from his defender. Defender trying to kind of cut towards Nico. So two men drawn to Pinero there.
Good job for Beck sitting
Leaves
over the
Beck
right over the goalie, just waiting.
Not a good spot to leave number 17.
No, he's a monster. So quick shot from the blue line. Easy save as it comes off of number 15, Filler, from the blue line. Laser beam, but he's able to get in position and stop at 16:32. 1-0 Regis.
Early, first shift. 15 seconds in.
Hungry. Now back to line 1 as Brenner takes the face off. Foco comes away. They send it near boards deep in the corner. They punch it through. It goes neutral. Manville chasing it down with the help of Patterson. It goes around. Zelo protecting. Patterson on the top. Brenner middle. Oh, Manville comes away with it. Good turnover. He chips it and runs. Deep in the far board.
Won't wave off that icing.
A quick reset for this game. Looked like Manville was a little surprised that puck was on his stick.
Yes.
So Brenner over the center as he's going to take the face off. Brenner kicks it. Zelo sends it around. There's Patterson to pick it up. He sends it near boards. 6 steps up for a critical shot. Save. Regis then kicks it out neutral. Oh, here comes Schick to try to take it away. Forward Collins able to punch it back to the blue line. Now there's a scramble as it gets into their zone, and they recover. Here they come. Shot, save, over the middle, popped around. Another good save for Hernandez. Brenner picks it up, tries to get it to Manville, but can't get it clean off the wall. Fort Collins sets it up. 21, shot, save, loose over the front. Still there, kicks it out. Hernandez kicks it with his glove. I don't know how he saw that one. Now here comes Manville, neutral, chips it in. Good scramble for Hernandez as he saves the pad, then jumps over and knocks it with his glove. Fort Collins back to neutral, trying to set something up. Carter settles behind the cage, slows things down, sets it up, sends it. It goes to neutral. Fort Collins puts a stop on the puck. It gets trapped. Scramble for puck possession from both teams. Hernandez stops it. Miller, number 20, comes back around, sets it up near boards. And here comes Regis. They get neutral. Oh, Lai all by himself. Shot. Oh, off the post. And it comes back out to the blue line. Possession there free, but Fort Collins picks it up. They go near boards to number 17. 17 gets a stick on it. Jape kicks it in for D'Lo. D'Lo can't get to it. Has Blackbat and Ihaya there. Here comes Ihaya around the cage chasing it down as Fort Collins comes away. Back to neutral. Patterson can't put a stick on it. Oh, excuse me, that's not Patterson. It's Williams, number 6. Back to Jape, blue line, sends it over, comes back to neutral. Reset for Schick. Schick battling it out. Stays with it, stays on his stick. Good battle for Schick. He comes away clean, punches it around the neck. Scramble. Deep in the corner. Williams, Schick, Ihaya over the top, protecting. There's Jape trying to take it away. Williams, good space for him as he's looking for the pass. He stretches up, has Schick. Schick can't get a good stick, takes a hit. And then it's dumped by Ihaya for a quick line change from Regis. Fort Collins trying to put some pressure, just can't get it set up in a neutral.
It's a good shift there for Carter Schick. Lots of aggression. That scrum we saw in the corner, he was using his stick to his advantage, you know, trying to push through. And as the race for the puck came down, he won that battle because, well, the Fort Collins player came back to the point to defend, got out of position, allowed Regis to kind of gain possession in the zone there, into some offensive zone time. A good race, good battle for it, good possession by him on that shift before he went off for the change.
Here comes Filler putting some forward checking pressure to keep it in. Fort Collins able to go neutral. Regis gets it back in the zone. Good pressure from Regis. Fort Collins dumps. We got an icing. So pretty good tempo, good speed. You can see some aggressive play by both teams. This one's gonna go. I feel good about this one. This is gonna be good.
I do too. I think that early goal by Ian Beck set a precedent for this. You know, the ice is tilted in our favor so far. I know it's early in the game, but you know, a start's a start.
It's that line too. I tell you, I look at that Pinero Beck Filler. I like that. Shot from the blue line, left of the cage, coming off the stick of our captain, number 5, Patterson. There goes Brenner, dumping it down to Schick. Schick over to Manville. Manville left, looking over the middle. Nobody there. Gets taken away from Fort Collins. Loose. Big hit against Schick. Back to Brenner. Brenner shot off a defender. Schick cleans it up around, wrap around. Can't get it in. Loose over the top. Goes forwards. Manville takes a shot left of the cage. Back to Zelo. Zelo dumps it from the blue line deep in the corner. Schick. Brenner. Brenner picks it up. Kicks it back to Schick, back to Brenner. Brenner, Manville, through the stick. Fort Collins comes away. They're neutral. Brenner jumps it right away, trying to take it. Brenner's been amazing tonight. He's been skating hard.
Good offensive sequence there by us. Nothing too dangerous being set up, but generating that zone time.
Back to action, face off inside the blue line. Regis trying to come away with it, and they do. Ash dumps it into the zone. Chasing it down is D'Lo. Lai. Looks like it came out, so Regis has to check up. Lai turns around, sends it back into the zone. D'Lo chases it down with Ash support near boards. It gets neutral through the stick. There goes Carter, battling at 27. And McDowell, Mr. Liam there to protect. Ash backs out with D'Lo to look for the kick out of the puck. There comes Regis. They go neutral. Not a good pass, but enough to get them to reset. Carter sending it. He's stretching it hard. Over to Ash. Ash getting pressured as it goes near board. He's looking. Line there to help him out. Battling it. Carter on the blue line. Shot from the blue line right to the cage as the goalie's reaching out to get it just over the glove. Fort Collins going neutral. They're trying to send something near boards. They send it down deep. It cycles all the way around. Jape there to pick it up with Beck. Back to Jape. Jape then chips it in neutral. And we get an icing.
Nice stretch pass there by Carter in that sequence, looking for Ash. Ash had a man on him. Everyone else is pretty much behind him or at some distance where he could have used it to establish the zone, set something up. A little bit too much on the pass, though, for Ash. He had to kind of take his time to settle it. And with the time took the puck to travel and the time it took Ash to settle it, everyone kind of realized where it was and was able to shut that down on Fort Collins' end.
So face-off's going to be stick side of Hernandez. Blatback takes the face-off, wins it. Puck gets sent around for Regis, the blue line. Foco sends it back in. They cycle it all the way back far boards. Here's Jape. takes it back, tries to chip it down, but can't. Back to Fort Collins, far boards. No good control here, both teams. We're going neutral. Here comes Schick. Schick shot, glove save, Fort Collins. I don't know if he's seen, but he had Williams flashing over the middle.
He had Ihaya trailing him. I think it would have been better there. Ihaya was coming down right through the slot, undefended.
So now we'll have a face-off with that line number 4, Beck. Beck wins. Regis DDD shot from Zelo, but far right of the cage. Filler cleans it up, sends it back down to Pinero. Pinero deep in the corner. Kicks it out. Fort Collins there picks it up. They're neutral. Chips it into the zone. Patterson cycles it around, but loses it. Back there trying to clean it up, takes a hit. Here comes Zelo, cycling it back. Filler. Filler heads up, chips it through. Beck. Beck bounces it through. Pinero on a flash. Here he comes, right side, pushing over the center. Nobody there. Beck's there second late, but picks it up. He gets hit and it goes neutral. So reset for Regis. Miller sends it right of the cage. Line change for Regis. Fort Collins. Far near board. They're trying to get a good stretch over the neutral. Not very clean, and Regis comes away with it. Schick has Manville to the right. Schick shot, glove save. Good look from Schick as he has a defender in front of him. Yeah.
By Schick. I think the defender was maybe thinking that Schick was going to try and drive the net a little bit more before shooting, but that was a good shot by him, good accuracy. Would have hit the net if the goalie hadn't seen it. It had a lot on it. Nice, speedy wrister, always what you like to see. Carter Schick, a guy who can shoot.
Laser beam.
Yes. He had both goals last night.
He did. I was hoping for a hat trick. I was going to throw my hat, my favorite lucky red hat, as everybody knows me wearing, but I couldn't. But I'm hoping. So here comes Fort Collins. They send it neutral stretch. He gets all the way through. That's an icing. You can see Coach Ott over there filling in as he's dancing to Jay-Z. That's always a good sign.
Happy with them so far.
He's jamming. Coach Ott gets some. Face-off glove side of Fort Collins. We have the number 2, Eli Ash. Smash. Get some. Smash. Wins the face-off. Lies there to pick it up far boards. Dumps it down to Ash. Ash is chasing it down. Fort Collins in the way. Deep in the corner. Hit from D'Lo. Lie on the boards, waiting for it. He gets it. Sends it back to Miller at the blue line. Oh, he backs it out. And then Fort Collins punches it through. It gets to Miller's stick, and it goes deep for an icing.
Good zone presence there as Eli Ash wins the face-off. Camden Lai puts it around the net, forcing Fort Collins to ice the puck.
There's a face-off for Ash. He kicks it over. Fort Collins takes it. They go behind the cage. Far boards, and it gets chipped high off the stick of Regis. Back over to Ash. He's battling it. Gets kicked around far boards. Fort Collins chips it neutral. So reset for Regis as they're trying to stop it and get it back in the zone, and they do. Ash chasing it down deep in the corner. Has nobody, so he's going to have to stall a little bit as we get our line change, and he does. Get some help from Blattbat. Blattbat looking for somebody centering. He sends a shot over the side of the cage, and it comes over the middle and out. Joppe chases it down. Williams there to help him out. He gets a good look. They send it over the middle. It gets in the zone. Ihaya giving some problems with Schick. It goes neutral. Joppe finds it. He's looking. He punches it over the blue line, but quickly to the neutral. Here comes Schick. Grabbing, looking. Fort Collins loses it. They had a good opportunity and lose it. Schickton dumps as he gets hit. It goes deep in the near board corner. Blattbat taking a hit in the corner. It goes neutral. They're waving the icing. And Williams is there to try to pick it up with Joppe. Joppe to Schick, near board. Schick punches it, cycles it back off of Blattbat. He can't get it on the stick of Ihaya, and it goes into the neutral. Fort Collins resets. Trying to do a spread and get a good pass, but can't. There's Joppe. Joppe jumps it down to Zelo. Zelo sends it. Oh, Fort Collins jumps it, but sets it back to Joppe. Joppe off the feet of Filler. He finally finds it. It gets in the zone for us. Fort Collins dumps it back neutral. Both teams trying to get some puck control here as it goes back and forth. Panero racing down behind the cage and trying to do something. Finally in zone for Regis. Backhand, circle. Gets around. And Fort Collins dumps it as they race down to pick it up. Zelo cycles it back, but number 4 is there. Oh, puts a big hit on Filler. Filler goes down, but he's up quickly, trying to get off. He picks up the puck and dumps it. And we're going to get an icing.
That hit from Filler, when someone hits Filler, Filler's not usually the one you see going down. But, you know, halted his momentum nonetheless. The hit did what the hit needed to do. And some good shifts there before that whistle from Eli Ash and Carter Schick. Carter Schick having a good game, obviously, like I said, in that first period. Good aggression, and on that shift we just saw he had very good possession of the puck, kept it in control when he was being defended. He was able to kind of maneuver around that back check and do what he could to keep the puck on his stick, trying to generate some offense. And a good job by Eli Ash, like I said, too, you know, in the corner when he had 2 guys on him. He's trying to just maintain control of that puck, and he did. Took a little stutter step around while he was waiting for his line mates to come on off a change.
So face-off back to Brenner. Brenner's done a heck of a job on those face-offs. Shot pad save for Hernandez. Comes off the blue line. Miller picks it up, swings around near boards, cycles it back over to Carter. Carter comes away, a lot of ice in front of him. He looks to pass, but Fort Collins shuts the door quickly. Carter off the skates of Schick. Schick tries to keep it in neutral, gets banged around. Miller cleans it up, sends it to Brenner. Brenner over the middle to Schick. Schick has a little something, forces it. Goalie takes a swipe at it, sends it near boards. Back to Schick, deep in the corner. Schick looking, sends it to blue line. Carter stops it with the blade, sends it soft. Fort Collins stops it, sends it back to neutral. Manville takes away. Oh, gets plowed. Get up, Manville. Manville's a little.
Here. Ref's got his hand up.
Manville looks shaken up as he's struggling just to get on his skates, and he gets over the wall. That's a good sign. You can see Coach Miller jumping over as he can see Miller. We've never seen Manville look like that. Manville looks like he's okay. He's talking to Coach. He got over the wall, so that's a plus for me, but helmet's off. Face-off will be inside the blue line of Fort Collins. And the Zebras, as we have 4 out there talking this out, I'm not sure what they're discussing. As Ryan Williams talking to one of them, he backs down his position. Ihaya on the face-off. Comes out loose. Back to Williams. Williams sends it down to Brenner. Brenner sets it up the blue line, cycles back to neutral, sends it down to Panero. Panero settles back in and sends it, and it goes over the wall. 5:05 first period, 1-0 Regis, and we're on the power play with 1:45.
This new line out here with Beck, Panero, and Filler out for the power play. I do like this adjustment, as we were talking about, of moving Ian Beck to that line, putting Parker Brenner up with Beck's former line mates seems to be effective.
Yeah. Williams dumps down near board. He cycles it to the middle to Brenner. Brenner punches it back over to Williams. Williams steps up, shot high in the slot. It goes off the back glass, back to Brenner. Brenner, Williams. Williams fans, but stays with it. Dumps it back over to Panero. Panero fall board, looking, walking the blue line. Over the center, back over to Brenner. Brenner looking. Shot, Panero, oh, close one. Off the pad of the goalie and high off the right corner. Back over to Panero. Panero walks it, sends it back to Williams. Williams steps up, shot left of the cage. Comes all the way to blue line, Panero. Panero cycles down to Brenner, back to Panero. Panero, oh, cycles it around, shot, save. Laser beam to the chest.
Yeah, Panero takes that shot right into the breadbasket of the Fort Collins goalie. Does a nice job there, moving around the defender. They're trying to set up this umbrella power play. So you have a guy behind the net, one right out in front, one on the near side, far side, and one right sitting on top at the point. And Fort Collins defensemen here doing a good job. Part of what makes this umbrella power play so effective is minding that gap, either between the person center point or near side boards, or the person's center point and far side boards. So defending that gap between the far side boards and our man at the point. Fort Collins doing a good job of that. You know, they're kind of starting to shift to that override power play from the umbrella, because that didn't seem to be working.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job. Fort Collins, they're on their penalty kill, minding gaps, not letting pucks get through those gaps. You know, having a man down, obviously there's not going to be someone to cover everybody, but they're doing a good job on this power play, and that was a good move by Pinero. Defenseman was in position. Pinero kind of caught him off guard there, just moved around, took that shot through traffic. Goalie able to kind of read it and see it and do a good job there saving it.
One thing I've noticed is they're putting a lot of bodies on number 17, Ian Beck. They're trying to slow him down, as they've noticed he's a force to be reckoned with. Back to Beck, Beck to Carter. Carter gains the blue line, but then dumps it back neutral, so touch up for Regis as Schick dumps it down for a line change. Fort Collins trying to pick it up and set something up as they kill the power play, so now we're even. Carter down to Blapat, he loses it. It goes off the near boards. Back to the blue line. D'Lo loses it, so 17 comes away. A 2-on-1 situation. Shot, waffle save off of Hernandez as he slows things down and kicks it out. Back over to Fort Collins. They send a soft one, and he cycles it off near boards. Carter then sends it down to neutral. It's picked up by D'Lo. D'Lo dumps it, and Regis flashes down. We have D'Lo and Ihaya and Blapat battling down there.
And Beck too.
Beck, yeah. Here we go. We're back up. So good pressure from Beck as always. Joppe near boards. They get cycles back down for Fort Collins. They're looking. 2:12 left in the first frame. Pressure from from number 6, Mr. Patterson. Ryan Williams, number 6. Nico Pinero at the blue line. Williams, shot high into the black net.
Pinero here kind of taking his post at the blue line, almost like a defenseman good. Obviously, as we know, he's a winger, not a defenseman, but you know, these past few shifts he's been out there.
He's done great.
Right center, blue line, taking shots from there. Good quick pass to him from, I believe it was Williams there.
Yep.
Williams able to get the shot away. Gets chipped into the netting.
Once again, Pinero takes the puck away but gets hit quickly. Fort Collins tries to get it. They lose it. Joppe kept it in, sends it to Beck. Beck shot off the stick and into the net once again. 140 in the first frame. Good look from Joppe to Beck.
Yeah, Beck
Joppe kept it in the blue line right there.
Did. They were trying to break out of
the
zone, and you know, good job by Joppe getting a stick in there, just sending the puck in. Beck was there. I think that shot hit a stick on its way to the net, tipping it very high up into the netting again.
So Pinero over the puck. Referee cycles the Fort Collins player. Fort Collins comes away with the win on the face-off. Filler jumps it, keeps it in. Beck all over it. Filler. Battle there. I like 15 and 17, and they're headhunters. I like that. Fort Collins scrambling quickly to get it in neutral, and they do. Joppe's there to pick it up. Cycles near board, sends it. Gets to the stick of Beck. Back to Fort Collins. 1:10 left in the first frame. There's Joppe battling it. It goes middle. Fort Collins gets in neutral. They're outnumbered. 19 pushing though. Perrin Joppe's there to make a difference again, as he's been very active tonight.
Lai ultimately the one who ends up getting that puck out. Fort Collins maintains possession.
Yep. Back to Zelo. Zelo dumps to Schick. Schick chips it. Blue line. Gets over. Check up for Fort Collins. They settle it back. Looking for a good look. Lai there takes it away. Zelo. Sends it over to Williams. Williams to Schick. Schick just not in the good position to jump all over it. It cycles down near boards. Brenner stops it. He battles. Gets the blue line to Schick. Schick stops, looks, cycles it around to Lai. Lai gets chipped over and into the wall. Zelo sends it down deep in the corner for Schick. Schick chases. Stick lift. Loses possession. Back to Fort Collins. Fort Collins near boards. They go neutral. And Zelo settles it back. Back to neutral to Schick, and that's the end of one. So at the end of one, 1-0 Regis.
Strong first period, obviously,
Yeah.
like you just said, up 1-0.
Good look, good quick strike there. I really like the tempo and what we're seeing. Fort Collins has a great team to get in the way and shut the door. Good job on both goalies. Once again, I'd like to thank the Brenner family for sponsoring this game between Fort Collins and Regis. It's always fun to be here.
Always is.
We're going to take a quick 10-minute clean of the ice, and we'll see you guys in 10. Stay tuned. Don't leave. So quick clean of the ice, and we're back out, ready for action. Regis taking a huddle over Hernandez in between the pipes. 17-minute reset, and we're ready for period number 2. So it looks like that line number 4, the Beck Pinero Fila takeover. I really like this line. They take over for the face-off. It gets kicked over back to neutral from Fort Collins. Regis settles it back in, and Zelo takes it over to Beck. Beck lets it go. It gets in the neutral, then back over the zone for Zelo. Puck cycling back and forth as Regis trying to get it settled down and set up for a good offensive attack. Fort Collins has been amazing at just shutting doors and causing some confusion as the puck gets in the neutral, and they have to bring it back. But good forward trekking from Pinero. He sandwiched somebody down. No call there. Back there trying to punch it back in for them, and he can't. He goes neutral. Fort Collins. Blue line. Zelo putting his stick in the way and trying to slow things down. Blue line for 23. He goes D to D. Shot far left. Back over to 23. He can't settle it. It goes neutral, so Fort Collins kicks it back in the zone and then settles back for a touch-up and a line change. Here's Zelo stretching down to Beck. Beck cycle is over, and then Regis going for a line change. Oh, Ihaya, big body, trying to trap the puck, and he does. Brenner and Jape there, giving him some pressure over to Schick. Schick shot left of the cage and around near boards. Back another shot, loose over the top. Fort Collins dumps it neutral. Jape chases it down, blue line, cycles it back over to Ihaya. Ihaya to Schick. Schick cycling it quickly, foot over foot. Oh, he gets plowed at the red line. It gets loose. Here's Ihaya, blue line, gains it over to Brenner. Brenner backhands to Ihaya. Pad save off the goalie, and it gets deep in the corner. Good combination pass there from Ihaya, and Brenner shot from Ihaya. Pad save deep in the corner. Fort Collins trying to clear it out, and they do. It goes neutral. Big hit from Ihaya as he stops the puck, and he gets back into the possession of Fort Collins and Regis zone. Neutral. Good jump from Jape. Puck loose back in the zone for Regis as Williams settles it in. Sends it down deep, and we get an icing. Good pressure from Regis.
Yeah, good job in the neutral zone winning those battles. We saw Schick win one of those along the far side boards, and that was a good shot he took too from the blocker side of the goalie. If that was just a little bit lower, it would have gone in. Obviously, nice backdoor setup from Ihaya. Did a very good job there, and a nice read, nice positioning by the goalie to be able to get over and put his pad on the puck that Ihaya tried to stick in the net.
So back to action. Face off, plus side of Hernandez. Puck comes over the middle, picked up by Regis. They send it neutral. Ash chasing it down near boards, trying to pick this up and keep it in the zone for Regis. There's Blatback covering. Back to Liam. Liam Mack dumps it. Ash follows, round the cage as he goes. Deep in the corner, Ash cycles it back around. D'Lo chasing. It bounces around Liam McDonald, and he kicks over to Ralston. Fort Collins. Fort Collins takes a shot right of the net. Loose far boards, it goes neutral, so they have to settle in. Oh, here comes Blatback, comes away with it in a scramble. It's kind of hard to see with this black net.
It is. I'm sure you all can see it on the broadcast too. It's tough to look through, especially when the puck's black. It's not the best choice of color for a hockey net.
It's all good. We're going to broadcast. So, bit of a ping pong match. Shot from Fort Collins, loose over the middle. Stopped, tried to wrap around, but Regis takes it away. Pinero sends it over the middle as Hernandez gets back on his feet and set it in. Lai chases, shot, pad save, right side of the net. Fort Collins comes away with it as Lai's speed just flashes. I think he melted some of the ice as he comes flying over. Beck cycles down to Pinero. Pinero goes low in the slot, loses. Back over to Beck, high in the slot, shot left. Goes off the pad. Pinero battling it out, trying to keep it in this offensive pressure, and they do. Beck, Lai over the top. It sends blue line. Patterson kicks it. And then Fort Collins picks it up and sends it through neutral, down deep. Zelo chasing it, and we got an icing. Good little pressure there.
It is, yes. Lai here making the slightest bit of noise. He's usually a pretty quiet guy, you know. We all know how fast he is, how he can turn on the jets and really get going there. But he had a shot early in the first period that went high, and now we just saw him again driving the net, taking that sharp angle shot, glove side. Shot with a lot on it, too.
Yeah. So Brenner taking the face off, goes blue line for Patterson. Patterson just dumps it down to Schick. Schick shot left. Brenner cleans it up, looks back to the blue line. Patterson shot, hits a body, goes deep in the corner. Zelo chases it, gets knocked his stick out of it, so he has to chase it down. Here comes Schick to slow it down. Brenner chasing far boards. 24 picks it up for Fort Collins. Brenner, good aggression there as he slows things down. We got a whistle.
Looks like it's going to go against Brenner.
It's kind of hard to tell because they went straight for Fort Collins and start talking to him immediately. I don't see the sin bin opening up.
No.
Not sure why that stoppage was there, but face off inside the blue line. Brenner takes it, sends it over. Fort Collins dumps it. Joppe can't get a stick on it, so he chases, punches it. Oh, over the middle. No look. Shot from the blue line. Fort Collins hits a body loose over the front. Loose, get it out. And they do. It's deep in the corner. Chasing. Fort Collins digging it out, trying to wrap around, but can't. Brenner's there to interrupt. Pad save from Hernandez.
Up a delayed penalty against the Raiders for a slash.
Is it Brenner?
This time Brenner will go.
You know, when that action's hot and heavy up front of that net and it's battling, you do whatever you can. It's Schick. Schick's in the bin. Schick with the slashing, yeah.
Okay.
It was fast. It was fast.
He's been aggressive from the beginning of this game.
Yeah, Brenner's been pushing that gas pedal, so face off. Stick side of Hernandez. It comes at him. He goes down, but it kicks away as Carter there cleans it up, takes a big hit in the corner and takes it away.
Another penalty.
Another penalty.
On Carter.
Carter. I disagree with this one as he comes quick and fast and puts the body to body, and they're calling it high as he lifts the elbow, but he was underneath the waist. Now we have 2 in the sin bin, and it's going to be a 5-on-3.
Good chunk of time of it, too. 1:52 in the 5-on-3, and then another 8 seconds there on one-man advantage.
So Coach Hott has to think about who he wants to put out. Of course, Beck. Centering it, looking. He's aggressive. He covers a lot of ice. Left to right, shot blue line off a defender. 26 jumps it for Fort Collins, sends it behind the net. They send it out, they lose it, so they go neutral touch up. Beck's there to chase it down and slow it down, and he does. Fort Collins can't get it set up. Bit of confusion passing. Finally, 26 gets it in the zone. Miller there covering. Pushing it near boards. 26 blue line. Back down deep in the corner. He gets through the stick. Williams. Through the stick of back over the center. Shot. Pad save from Hernandez. Sends it near boards. Kicks over the middle. Hernandez scoops it up and sits on it. And he hits the brakes.
Nice positioning there. Good reading by Hernandez. Able to see that pass coming from high in the circle on his blocker side over to his glove side. Low on his glove side. Wind up. Take that one-time shot. Hernandez there to make the pad save.
Says, oh, no, not today. Sits on it.
So the door.
Blue line for Collins. 26 sets up. Oh, good block from Joppe. He stops it. It gets loose back to 26. Switch sends it off of skates. Pad save loose. And Dillon kicks it back out. Joppe's been amazing tonight with an active stick. He chases it down far boards, gets it, and dumps it. Kill, kill, kill. Fort Collins has to settle it back. Pinero's there harassing. Get the puck, Pinero, and he does. Blue line. Joppe shot over the net. A little lower. And Regis, good kill time here as Fort Collins is struggling with just the red helmets everywhere. Fort Collins goes neutral, not a clean pass. Big hit from Beck. Big hit.
Big hit.
Beck and Liam there. Finally, Beck comes away. Beck kind of settled down, thought he was going to get a call and doesn't. Fort Collins neutral. They're looking to get it in. They get in the zone, they dump it.
Beck being aggressive again.
Great. Zelo clears it out. Neutral all the way down.
That's
we got one man.
Gone.
One now. Here comes the second one. 5 seconds left. We're full strength. And we're full strength. Good kill for Regis. Here comes Brenner. Oh, loses the puck as he's right really close to the high slot. Can't get it set up. Schick there to try to recover it back down. For Collins. Go neutral. Can't get it out. Back over to Patterson as he cleans it up, sweeps it around the cage. Right side, shimmy shake through the neutral. Good handling from 5, but finally loses to Fort Collins, and they dump it down. Zelo sends it to the blue line. Fort Collins sends it up, shot. Easy save for Hernandez, and he stops it. Good, smart stop there, right?
What a penalty kill. You know, we were talking about when the roles were reversed, we had the man advantage. It was just 5-on-4. That was a long period of time to have a 2-man advantage, and we were able to shut it down.
2 minutes, 5-on-3, if you ask me. It's only a 6-second difference.
You talk about minding one gap, one man trying to cover a two-player gap. There you got an extra gap. We did a good job defending that. And Dylan Paranjape, I mean, that was a crucial shot that he blocked there, and then able to dump it in, run down the clock.
Yeah, that would mentally mess with me if I had a 2-man advantage and walk away with nothing.
It was a very active penalty kill there too. They weren't just dumping it, you know, over and over again. Fort Collins was maintaining their zone, and we were shutting down their shots, closing off their lanes, which is hard to do, obviously, when you're down 2 men. So good on us.
Here comes Williams. Shot from Ihaya right as the goalie's way out, but they just can't get it on net. Near board scrum with Schick. Ihaya trying to chase it down, can't get to it. Carter then punches it back over to Ihaya. Ihaya through the stick back to Fort Collins. Fort Collins centers it. They're trying to get it neutral clean, and they just have to dump on Hernandez. He settles the puck, kicks it out to Carter. Carter looks, stretches. Fort Collins shuts the door. They keep it neutral. Now they go dump off the blue line. They got in the net, no whistle, so Carter chases it down. Has Balatbat there to help him out, and Miller. Schick to the right, Ash to the left. Ash pushes up as the puck comes out loose. Schick trying to get a stick in there. Back to blue line. Not a good shot as it goes hard left for Fort Collins. Back over to Balatbat. Blackbat pushes red line, sends it down behind the cage, and then he chases it. Has Lyde to the left, Ash to the right. Ash picks it up, near boards. Gets hit, sends it against the cage. Blackbat swings around to try to pick it up, but can't. Lyde then puts a body, misses. Zelo sends it back down. So they trap it back in the zone for Regis. Here comes Blackbat. Goes neutral. Fort Collins picks it up, tries to send it. Zelo sends it back to red line. Ash chips it in. Lyde flashing. Fort Collins able to send it near boards and get it away. Fort Collins neutral. Oh, big hit there from Filler. Filler has caused some fusion. Line chips it through. Here comes Filler all alone near boards, looking for somebody in the middle, has nothing, so he chases it around, slows things down. Over to Beck, through the stick. Zelo has to put a foot on it and sends it deep in the corner. Back to Beck, Beck to Zelo. Zelo sends it down, Filler. Back down to Zelo, but Fort Collins able to chip it through. Back swings near board, sends it down to Filler. Filler red line. Over to Pinero. Pinero flashes, looking, pushes, pad save, second shot of a Filler, pad save again for Fort Collins. Beck takes a body, Filler. Far wall, Pinero traps, gets through. Fort Collins tries to punch it past the blue line, and it goes neutral, so touch up for Regis. Battle at the blue line, it goes neutral. Fort Collins. Shimmy shake, can't get a good look at it, loses it. Pinero putting some forward checking pressure. They send it red line. Fort Collins just trying to get it through, and they finally do. Deep in the near corner. Regis sends it blue line, gets to the stick, goes neutral. So number 11, Fort Collins, settles it in, looks. 26, back over to neutral. Gets to the stick, Beck grabs. Settles it back center. Ihaya to Schick. Schick far. Turns around. Tries to set it up for Brenner. Brenner just a second late over the wall. And Jape settles back, looking. His fans on the pass. Keeps it. Cycles around. He's looking. Good patience. Brings it out to Brenner. Gets hit the stick, but Brenner's able to jump all over it. Fort Collins harasses. Schick keeps it in the zone, and then it goes neutral, so touch up for Regis. They're going to have to come out, and they do. Jape slowing things down. Ihaya. Near board scrum. Ihaya and Jape. Brenner over the top. Fort Collins comes away, and they chop it down behind the cage. Here comes Williams. He sends it. We're going to get an icing.
Long sequence there. Went a long time without a whistle.
Yeah. 4:52 second frame. 1-0 Regis.
Good zone possession
Good
there
zone
from
possession.
Regis. Not a ton of good scoring chances. Obviously, that one from Pinero, he was driving the net. You saw a little smidge of daylight there. The goalie didn't hug his post all the way as Pinero was driving the net. I thought he was going to release that puck a little bit earlier and be able to pick the gap the goalie left, but he hugged the post. Pinero took that shot, and then Ihaya, I believe, was trying to clean up the rebound, shove it through. Goalie hugging his post, not letting anything through.
Bladbat had a good look. He just wasn't on his feet. Ash chips it in for him and keeps it in. Back to blue line for Liam. Doesn't get there and cycles around. Carter. Carter to Ash. Ash jumping it with D'Lo. D'Lo and Ash. Bladbat in the circle. High slot. Carter protecting the boards. Fort Collins comes away. They cycle down near boards. Liam jumps it. Bladbat behind him checks it in, and then D'Lo tries to keep it in, but Fort Collins is able to get it out. So Liam comes all the way out, settles it in, looks for the stretch, settles it in over the middle, and here comes Pinero flashing near boards, looking over the center, so pushes it off the cage, loose up front, lie, back, loose. Fort Collins sends it into the bench. Everybody, to include Coach Hodge, have to jump on the ground. Grenade in the trenches.
Number 8 there for Fort Collins had to kind of sprawl out in the crease there to save that puck. Goalie was down, couldn't move from where he was, so good read. Good defensive play by Fort Collins there to kind of sprawl out and save that puck.
So face off to Fort Collins. They reset behind the cage, but lose it. Lai picks it up, sends it back down deep. Beck chasing. Pinero over the middle. He sends it blue line, gets to the stick of Zelo, and it goes way far into the zone for Fort Collins. There's Patterson protecting. Zelo, Beck, scrum. Pinero over the top. Lai with Hernandez trying to keep the middle pass away. 3:20 second period. Nice little scrum there. Fort Collins comes away, dumps it deep in the corner, near wall. Back to the blue line, 28 sends it down deep. Cycles it around, 24 chases with Patterson on top of him. Scrum. Here comes Beck, the monster. Come on, Zip. Zip goes red line, gains the blue line. Oh, it takes an edge. Pinero cleans it up but loses it. Chases it back to blue line. He pushes it because they let him go. And then down deep. Come on, Zip. Back to Fort Collins. Fort Collins. Loose. Lai shot. Oh, way left of the cage, but good look. Turnaround jump
Good
shot from Lai.
There, yes.
Little MJ action there. Puck cycles down near boards for Fort Collins. They send it blue line. It goes off a skater and goes neutral. Regis turns around, sends it off the stick of Ihaya. Schick by himself as he tries to get in position and struggles. Looking left to right, sends it. Glove save. I don't know how that goalie seen that one.
That's a good shot from a good angle, too, by Schick. That would have gone in if the goalie's glove hadn't saved it, and that's a hard angle to do that at when you got, all those men on you. It's through traffic, very sharp angle, so good on Schick. That's where you see, that's why he knows he doesn't have to pass a lot of the time. He can just take those shots in moments like those.
Right. So near board scrum for Williams. Fort Collins comes away with it deep in the corner. They cycle it up high for number 9. Jape jumps it quickly, puts body to body, slows it down. Good job there. Battle. Schick there says, we're going to keep this. Jape there with an active stick as he's been all day. High comes away with it, loose, back to Schick, back to Fort Collins. They get it neutral. 2-on-1 situation here. Williams jumps it. One-on-one up front. Oh, good stick. Williams jumps it and takes it away. Has been a one-on-one. Back to Fort Collins. 19 trying to backhand it. Save off the pad of Hernandez, and around he goes. Brenner dumps it near boards. Fort Collins. And then cycled out by Regis, and we're going to get an icing. As
Good
it comes
stuff
off.
there from Ryan Williams. He got stuck on a 2-on-1 there, tried to defend the first man, was unsuccessful in doing so. Man passed it over. I thought Williams was too far behind the play to even have a chance to defend the other man. It looked like he was going to be alone out in front with Hernandez. A good stick check by him. The puck comes back to Fort Collins. They end up backhanding it wide. Regis puts it down for an icing with 1:21 to go in the second period.
Face-off stick side of Hernandez as Regis is trying to recover and get it away and reset. Liam gets it over, and they stretch it to the neutral. Fort Collins comes away, dumps it back in the zone, but can't clear it. Filler there to pick it up and get it out. He can't. Back to Ash. Ash battles. He gets it through. Ash chasing it down to the zone. Gets a piece of it, sends it down deep. High hit and a penalty as Ash gets punched in the face into the boards. Ash shaking off the cobwebs as we've seen a high elbow. And then D'Lo steps in and puts the guy on the ground too. Good job for Lorenzo. You don't smash.
No.
That was a high hit.
It was. They're sending him to the box for it.
They're checking in on Eli Ash, number 2. He's kind of leaning over the wall.
Good play by him. Good stick, good back check, able to maintain possession there. They didn't like that.
It's always good to see them jump the wall. A little shaken up, but give him a couple seconds and he'll be fine. Goalie for Fort Collins is making some adjustments, so I think we'll have a quick timeout.
I think his skate came untied. That penalty they just called on the Fort Collins goalie.
Not sure why.
But they said for head contact.
He's fixing his pad. I thought it was head contact on a defenseman for Fort Collins.
I did too on Ash.
Yeah, Ash got his bell rung as he's trying to unscramble his eggs right now. Takes his helmet off. Looks good for my position, not sure though. So as of now, our setup's going to be Beck centering it with Lai on the left, Mr. Flash.
Got our 4 forwards out there on 1D, man.
Yeah, Beck on the right. Is that Beck or Schick on the right? I think it's, Schick. And then we have Pinero blue line with Patterson. Pinero takes it off the skate, can't get control. Patterson settles it back as the captain always does and settle things down. So this penalty play is going to go through 2 to 3 periods. Here comes Lai.
Lai out there on the power play.
That's awesome.
It is. Making some noise tonight. And
yes.
Reaping the rewards.
His feet have been active as always, pushing.
Yeah. Got the speed from Lai out there, the skill from Beck and Pinero, the size and the aggression from Schick there, and obviously Patterson on the defense. A defenseman with a good shot too. Never hurts to have out there on the power play.
Yep. So puck gets around, Lai kicks it over to Schick. Schick looks for the blue line, cycles down to Beck. Beck to Schick. Schick pushes back off the skate, loses it. Fort Collins chops it away, can't get it away. Lai picks it up, settles it to Pinero. Pinero blue line, sends it down. Loses, takes an edge and still sends it. Gets over to Schick. Schick far wall. Turns inboard, looks. Back over to Lai. Lai to Beck, but Fort Collins is there quickly to slow it down. That's the end of 2 with 1 minute left on that penalty play.
Good second period, still 1-0, a scoreless second period at that.
No, I feel like that's as good as you're going to get with no points. Ice is tilted towards the red and the white, which I love. Good pressure, good speed. Man, we're pushing the puck. Fort Collins is chasing us right now.
They are.
Which I would rather be chased than chasing somebody else. That's difficult. So, exactly. Regis, good job, man. Good job, Raiders, for pushing this puck. Of course, now with casseroles, as you guys know, we will do A quick ice clean. Second period, shots on goal. Regis 7, Fort Collins 5. So really close, but the ice is tilting our way. So nobody leave nowhere. We have one more quarter to go, 17 minutes, and we have a 1 minute of power play as we come back. So stay tuned, don't go too far. We have a lot of action to go. back to action for Regis as they push it back in the zone. Pinero to Patterson. Patterson blue line. Sends the Schick back to Patterson. There's Pinero. Patterson. Beck. Beck chips it over loose. Trying to get placed down for Regis. Beck comes away, backhands, loose. Can't get it in. Patterson. Walks the blue line. Shot. Oh, around the cage it goes. And Fort Collins kicks it out with 13 seconds left in their power play. Hernandez settles. Sends it. Tries to stretch. Gives it to Schick. Schick gets body to body with 13, and they come away with it. Joppe kicks it down low. Settles it behind the cage. Comes out. As he skates around Williams trying to set up a pick. Here comes Brenner. Shot right side of the cage. Back to Joppe. Gets loose. Fort Collins gets it out of neutral. Back to Joppe. Joppe jumps the blue line, sends it high over the cage. Shot really high, he needs to get that down. And then the puck goes in the bench of Fort Collins.
It's a good little spurt of power play that we had left at the beginning of this period. Hard to establish that zone, get something going with only 16 seconds left. We're going right off the opening face-off there.
A little Post Malone action there.
We're just talking about him.
Yeah, one of my faves. I'm waiting to see if Coach Ott starts jamming to Post Malone as we've seen
clapping.
him. Yeah, I've seen him pretty happy with some Jay-Z. Liam sends it down low to Brenner. Brenner, we got a call. As it looks like Bladback took a high hit off the chest and face, and he goes down, but just
so he goes down off a high stick there. We'll go back, right back on the power play here with 15:22 to go in the third. 1-0 Raiders.
So hopefully Bladback's okay as he's skating away and does a good job. So power play back for Regis at 15:22. Quick shout out to my cousins out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Andrew, Charlie, and Irene. Thank you guys for checking in and watching the family. Hopefully you can walk away with a W for you guys. It's Andrew, a.k.a. Tiger. That's his nickname. Tiger Hernandez.
It's a cool name.
Oh, yeah, he's a Tiger. Love you, Tiger. So face off, glove side of Fort Collins. They come away with it. They go neutral. Trying to get the blue line loose. Back takes a big hit as the net rattles from left to right. Regis comes away. Here's Patterson. Over to Schick. Schick goes in, gets the blue line, has Brenner behind left. Shot, goal! Shickety-doo-dah, shickety-day. Once again, 14:55. Holy Schick, we got another goal, 2-0.
Holy Schick! 3 goals in 2 games. Not even 2 full games yet.
Hot stick from Schick. And Schick just actively is there for this team and just keeps putting points on the board. Good for you, Schick. 2-0, Regis.
Love to see him driving the net. You know, it's frustrating sometimes. He has those open passes like he had Brenner right there. Most of the time he'll decide to shoot it. Some of the times it doesn't pay off. Here it did.
He saw something, right?
So we're grateful for that quality that Schick has here, I suppose.
You know, what I noticed with him, what is a window for most people is a little tighter for him. And here comes Regis. Pinero flashing, kicks it back to Filler. Filler shoots and save off the stick of 15. Yeah, I think Schick's opportunity is a lot tighter than most players. They look for a foot, 12 inches window. He looks for 3 inches, and he can nail it. He's a laser
player.
Yeah, he has a laser beam.
He does that because he can.
Patterson takes a shot off the waffle of the goalie, and it goes high and back down in the corner. There's Blatt battling, gets at the blue line, goes through, back to neutral, and Williams and Fielder chasing it down to try to keep it in. Joppe sends it neutral, gets through everything, and now they go for a line change for Regis. So now the puck's going to come all the way back down into the zone for Fort Collins. Face-off's going to be glove side of Hernandez as Beck, the monster, settles in over, takes the puck as usual and sends it around to Fly. Zip sends it down, and we're going to get an icing.
Regis now iced the puck twice here pretty quickly.
I don't think they don't mean to. They're so used to just flashing and going quickly that sometimes they flash too fast and the puck gets away.
Yep.
So Ian, the monster Beck, is taking the face off. Once he wins another battle, sends it down low to Williams. Williams struggles to get it away. Beck smashes the boards back to Fort Collins. They send it right. Hernandez kicks it out and around. Sets it up for Joppe. Joppe over to Fly. Fly can't get a piece of it. Fort Collins sends it back in. But who do you know? Here comes the monster as he takes it away. 17. Beck. Beck around. Left, right. Over the middle to Fly. Zip can't get it in, so he sends a blue line to Miller. Miller. Zip. Beck. Oh, Beck had a good look, but Fort Collins had it sticking the way. Back blue line to Miller. Miller over to Pinero. Pinero to Liam. Liam gets taken away, and Fort Collins dumps it all the way back to Hernandez. He's looking for the stretch. Gets it over to Beck. Beck's calling it. Gets it over to Pinero. Keeps it in. Sends it blue line all the way over to, I believe that was Brenner. No, that was Ihaya. It comes away from Fort Collins. They get it neutral, and they go back in the zone. 2-on-1, shot high. Not even a good look as it screams all the way up to the American flag. Pretty high.
We're seeing line getting put out there with Beck, and there seems to be a little spark there.
Yeah, there's something going. A monster with a flash. Yeah, you have that aggression from 17, just takes over and takes away. Of course, he's going to dump it down to some
good playmaking, some clean passing there between Lai and Beck on that shift.
Good combination there. Face off. Glove side Hernandez comes away for Regis as they're pulling it away. There's Schick. Schick over to Ihaya. Loses it. Back to Fort Collins. They dump neutral. Gets the stick of Zelo. Patterson settles it in. Swings around. Back over to Zelo. Brenner helps him out as it gets loose with the defenders from Fort Collins. Fort Collins grabs it, and they send it all the way back down. Good opportunity for Regis. Zelo over to Brenner. Brenner dumps to Ihaya. Ihaya loses. Fort Collins trying to find it. Ihaya puts a stick in the way, keeps it in, but loses an edge, and we got a call here.
Should be a tripping penalty.
Yeah. So Regis will go on the power play. 12:07 third period. 2-0 Regis. Number 15 for Fort Collins hits the sin bin. Advantage Regis.
Back on the power play with 12:07 to go in the final frame.
We have about 20 white jerseys over the wall.
Yeah.
Coach Ott's like,
Coach Ott, they never know who he's going to put out, and it looks like Ahaya is actually going to the sin bin too here.
Yeah, we have.
He was kind of caught up in all of that. Maybe some unclean playing by him.
So the Zebras get together. A lot of stripes there as they're discussing and trying to clear some things up. But we have so Fort Collins holding, Regis hooking. So offsetting penalties, but we have two players in the sin bin, and it'll remain 5-on-5.
So we have a 4-on-4 here with Joppe, the lap back, Williams, and Filler out there.
Yeah, 15 Filler.
Roster adjustments getting to my head.
I know. His mom told me today, talking to his mom, and Mrs. Filler, Cam told me he's known as the beauty. So meanwhile, Filler take gets pinched off the wall. Blackbat recovers, takes it away. Goes over to Joppe, back down to Filler. Filler turns around, shot. Defender's in the way and stops it. Back to the blue line for Williams. Williams loses but regains. Sends it over to Joppe. Dylan's been amazing tonight. Williams pushes neutral, gains the red line, goes blue line, has Joppe to the left, sends it, loose over the top, comes away. Blackbat jumps it too hard, casts a settle back in, and Fort Collins takes away and goes neutral. They send it down, Joppe gets in the way, settles in, Beck sticks on it, settles, stays in the zone for Fort Collins. They dump it down far board. Williams to Joppe. Joppe has a lot of ice. He kicks it over to Beck. Beck goes in the zone, blue by himself, loses it, sends it back to the line. Pinero cycles in, kicks it over, back to Pinero. Pinero pushes. Little shimmy shake there and gets bodied and goes down. Battle. Beck takes it around the cage, sends it around the blue line, but nobody's there as we go for a line change. Miller puts a body, keeps it neutral, kicks it to Beck. Beck at the red line, goes blue line in the zone, shot wide, back over to blue line through the neutral. So touch up for Regis. Carter. Carter over to Miller. Miller to Carter. Carter looking for that stretch as they spread it. Beck sends it neutral. Fort Collins takes over, puts it back in the zone, shot, pad save, easy for Hernandez, and he sits on it as he controls the time clock in the game.
9 seconds to go in the offsetting penalties here. Pretty neutral ice, nothing too exciting happening, nothing too dangerous happening for either of these teams on this 4-on-4.
Momentum's kind of slowing down here, but I feel like Regis is just in the driver's seat controlling it. Fort Collins, not a very good shot as it goes wide right of the cage, and then Regis comes away. Schick, he flashes neutral, a lot of ice in front, has a good look, left to right, backhand save from Fort Collins as Lai and CeeLo cover it, looking for the rebound.
Nice drive to the net there by Schick. Zach Lorenzo there giving him some knucks. It's a pretty good shot. He got around quite a few men there, went forehand, backhand, tried to elevate that. Goalie doing a good job hugging his post, not leaving any gaps for Schick's shot there.
No, Schick had a lot of room. He went all the way through neutral with nobody on him. That's the person you don't want to let loose. So Fort Collins comes away. They send it near board. They're trying to go neutral, and they get it. Zelo there hits the door, stops it, sends it back in. Battle at the blue line. Zelo comes up and nice little nudge and gets it back over to the captain, Patterson. Patterson down over to Schick. Schick, offsides. Mr. Zippity Doodah, number 3,
just ahead of it there.
Yeah, he's hard to slow down.
The verge of a 2-on-1 there with 2 of our fastest guys.
You know, if I'm a coach, I'm okay with that. I don't want to slow him down. I'm going to tell him faster. So puck deep in the near corner board as it cycles all the way. And Fort Collins jumps neutral. Joppe there, great drop stick, flashes and shots, glove save. Good opportunity for number 4, Dylan Joppe. As you guys can hear his dad over here yelling, he's right next to us.
It's a good shot. He had 3 guys on him. Would have been cool too if he could have passed it back to one of his
or pushed it a little bit
line mates there, you know.
But good shot.
He drew attention to himself there. He had 3 guys on him, which left 2 guys to defend 4 men. So if he had dropped it back or maybe had someone a little bit out in front of him, he could have passed out. They would have been left all alone. So that might have been a good scoring opportunity there. But Perrin Joppe gets the shot on goal away nonetheless.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I really think now looking at it, thinking about it, that turnover happened so quick. I think Joppe just made a quick decision. Yeah, which was a great decision. Take a shot, right?
It is. Never bad to take a shot when you're right in the slot there.
You know I like my defenders when they Makar a shot from the blue line. So meanwhile, here comes Blackbat, dumps it neutral. Has nobody there. Fort Collins takes over, dumps it back down to the blue line. They get in the zone. 12 jumps it. But Regis is there quickly shutting the door from Williams. They try to center it, can't get it done. Here comes Joppe once again.
With his stick.
loses it. Pinero trying to keep it in, can't. Fly swings at it. It still stays neutral. Beck to Carter. Here comes my D-man. Shot off the stick of Fort Collins, far wall. Beck there to clean it up. He's everywhere tonight. Beck sends it back out. Fort Collins interrupts, so it stays deep for them. Back around. Here comes Ihaya. Shoots. Pad save for Fort Collins. Back in the deep in the corner. Ihaya. Beck. Scrum in the corner. Carter pushes up off the blue line with Pinero on the circle. It kicks over to Carter. Gets through a stick. Fort Collins comes neutral. They have a little something going, but lose it.
Good back check there by McDonald.
Yeah, he did. He's had a
Slow
great
him down.
stick too. Yeah, that's a big wing for Collins. Loses. The puck gets behind the cage. Here comes Carter. He smacks it. Blue line, 8 steps up. Shot, pad save Hernandez. Kicks it back down low to Beck. Beck swings around. Good shot, good stop. Beck says, nuh-uh, I'm sending it all the way down. We got an icing at 7:15.
It's a nice save there
save.
by Hernandez. Let the rebound go. Beck there to clean that up and send it down. Keep Hernandez out of any trouble there.
Yeah, keep the pressure off your goalie as you have a 2-0 lead and halfway through, or over halfway through the third period. It almost looked like Hernandez passed it to Beck. Beck has been everywhere tonight in position. He has just been flashing and banging.
That is a good decision maker there, you know. Fort Collins has so much momentum going in the zone. They just got that shot away that Hernandez saved. Makes the decision to let it go despite all that momentum Fort Collins has going. And nice job by Beck to slow it down.
Meanwhile, Patterson says it neutral for Schick. Oh, offsides as Schick gets pushed and Brenner's flashing right behind him. Don't slow it down, right?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying
Schick
that.
kind of got sandwiched there,
He
right past the blue line between two Fort Collins players. Just put him a little bit ahead of the puck. He was shaken up before he had a chance to realize he was ahead of the play there.
Fort Collins selling behind their cage, looking for a setup. They dump in neutral. Patterson picks it up and sends it back in, and we got a hand up by a zebra. It's a delayed, maybe a delay call. No.
Offsides, I think.
Offsides, yeah, and he put his hand back down. Puck gets around the cage of Hernandez, and Patterson gets pinched and popped, and he loses it, but gains it back up, throws another body to body. Hernandez kicks over to him, and he settles.
Covers it that time. Good choice by him. Didn't have anyone to dump it back to. Fort Collins trying to get something going.
You know what I love about that look from Hernandez is he's able to put his glove down and stop and settle that puck down, and he's still looking. He's looking up ice. He's looking for that stretch, but he has control of the puck, so good job for number 1, Hernandez. Back over to Joppe. Joppe sends it to Delo. Delo sends it, but Fort Collins shuts the door and sends it back down. Hernandez puts a stick on it and almost puts it in the net as he gloves it down.
Almost puts it into his own net there. That was right in the crease. He got it.
Hey, he shot on himself and saved it. How do you shoot it and save it on yourself?
Does that count as a shot on goal? Is that a plus for the stats?
I don't know. Settle in, stay smart, number 1. Come on, Hernandez, you know better. Hey, all love and fair and Ward, he did a good job. It didn't go in. So Regis wins the battle, sends it around. It goes all the way through as we race down, and number 3 is on top of everybody as usual. So it's going to come all the way back into the zone for Fort Collins. 6:05, third period, or quarter, depending on what sport you're watching. 2-0 Regis. We got the monster on the face-off, number 17, Ian Beck, as he just crushes everything. He's been everywhere tonight. He kicks it far boards. Fort Collins takes a shot, but it's left of the cage. Number 4 gets on top of it, centers it, but Regis takes it away. Pinero pushes it neutral. It comes back near boards to Williams. Williams to Joppe. Joppe swinging around, but has heavy pressure. Beck there to help. Back over to Joppe. He says, I got this. He goes neutral, jumps it to Pinero. Pinero jumps on it. Here he goes around, and we got a icing. It was right at that red line.
It was. Not sure why they didn't wave that off there.
I know, that was so close.
Play was right there.
I kind of like that Joppe to Pinero. That's a good look.
Joppe's just doing a good job with everyone tonight.
He's been great tonight. There's so many names. Joppe, Beck. Of course, Schick as always. There comes Liam. Liam down low to D'Lo. D'Lo gains offense. Shot from Balapat. It goes wide right. Near boards. Battle.
It's a nice little pass there from Drew Lorenzo.
Oh, yeah. He soccer kicks it, as we know he's a soccer player.
Couple double sport athletes here. Soccer, the hockey.
Oh, we got a tornado backhand punch penalty from number 15 as the referee throws his fist up in the air. So Regis can go on the power play. 5:15.
He might have just heard his dad here. Way to draw it. Drew draws the penalty. We're back up for 2 minutes. 5:15 to go in the third period.
We're sitting by a couple of dads right now.
Proud hockey dads. Gotta love them.
We got Daddy Zoe, Daddy Joppe up here, and Daddy Miller. Patterson. Patterson down low to Brenner. Brenner to Patterson. Back to Brenner. Brenner pushes, sends it down low to Beck. Beck around, backhands it over the center. Nobody there before Collins kicks it out. Hernandez comes out of the net, settles it down, looks. Patterson says, I got this. Here comes the captain, Patterson. Near boards to Pinero. Pinero pushes neutral, gains the blue line. Cycles it back to Schick. Brenner takes a hop as he gets in the way, but then he settles it back down. Pinero, Schick, Pinero. Pinero back to Schick as these two fingers there. Shot, pad save for Fort Collins, and it comes out neutral. Pinero grabs the puck, lets everybody reset. Schick flashes, says, give me this back, I got this. Schick, far boards, goes through everything, gets pinched but follows. Has the puck, has Brenner to the left. Brenner jumps it, goes blue line. Thought he would, loses it. Sorry, no blue line for there. Beck, Patterson, point. Down to Pinero. Pinero. Back to Patterson. Patterson walks a little bit, sends it back to Pinero. Shot, pad save, back to neutral. So touch up for Regis. 39 seconds in the power play for Regis. Patterson decides to settle it back down and spread as we get a line change for Regis. Then he hands it off to Miller. So Patterson steps off. Miller pushes, comes out. Sends it down low over here to Williams. Williams kicks it in. Cycles it back around. Fort Collins gets a stick on it. Now there's a battle behind the net. Here's Williams. Williams to Filler. Filler shot off the skate. Can't get a clean look. Back over to Williams. Williams sends it. Fort Collins stops it. Goes neutral. Here comes Ford. He sends it wide right around the cage. Not a really good shot. Back to Miller. We're full strength. Loose up front. Elijah disrupts, and then it kicks back out from the defender. So we got a penalty as we have a player that jumps on top of Elijah. What's going on there?
Cameron Balapat there. Hernandez was down. He was able to save that shot that came away from the rebounders.
Good God. I think my heart stopped for 3 seconds. Maybe even 4. Zebras get together as there was some confusion with a defender and our goalie, number 1, Hernandez, as he's down. I think they were trying to trap him on the ground to get a shot off. 2:58. A fresh 2 minutes as Fort Collins goes straight to the sin bin, as they know. Hernandez is up, shaking it off, tightening up his straps. And we got an ejection on the game. They're kicking out a Fort Collins player. 17, it's a 5-minute penalty now.
5-minute major there.
Major. I wish we could get a replay on that. Nothing. So face-off's gonna be glove side of Fort Collins. Regis 5-minute penalty. So it'll be the remainder of the period as there's 2:58.
We'll have the man advantage here.
Yeah, the Monsters taking. I agree, Tiger. As the Monster takes over, wins it. It goes blue line and it comes out neutral. So we got to touch up the one-man advantage. Gets to the left side of Hernandez. Pinero settles it in, comes out front. I'm sorry, that's Blackbat. Oh, Pinero, sorry. Pinero over to Patterson. Patterson goes neutral, loses it to Fort Collins. Beck takes back over. Beck to the neutral. Blue line, pushes. Stays on his feet. Wraps around to the right. Looking. Pinero at the blue line. Beck keeps it as nobody enforces on him. Back to Beck off the stick, blue line. Patterson keeps it in and sends it. Schick chases it down, keeps it in. Cycles it around to Brenner. Brenner can't jump on it, so it goes blue line to Patterson. Patterson, Brenner, Schick, or Beck, sorry. Beck, Brenner. Patterson can't get it on. It jumps out, so 26 has a one-on-one situation here. Shot, pad save for Hernandez. He shuts the door quickly. Patterson looks, comes out. 1:43 in the period. 26 keeps it in the zone. Back to Brenner. Come on, Brenner, it's flash. There we go, Brenner. Little shimmy shake for Brenner. He goes back in the zone. Chips it over, and it gets in the net. 1:29 left in the period.
Liking Brenner on this line.
Yeah, it's giving him an opportunity to push and show what he has to offer.
He's having a little bit of a breakthrough here. It seems this game especially, he's been flashing. He's been good with his stick, good skill, getting some shots away. I like him moved up here with Schick and Pinero. The young player too, only a sophomore, first year on this varsity squad, in a well-deserved spot.
He's earned it. Over the middle to Blackbat, it gets to his stick. Back to blue line. Drop eight cycles it to the high board. Comes out, so touch up for Regis, and Williams gets hit hard. He's looking for a call. Puck to neutral. There's Filler with Ihaya. Now Blackbat jumps in. Ihaya puts body to body, keeps the puck, kicks it over. It goes far wall. Blackbat can't get a stick on it. It goes in the zone before Collins takes over. They go neutral. There's Williams keeping it neutral, trying to settle it down. Here comes Fort Collins. Shot. Glove save for Hernandez as he's in
the
position.
leather there a little bit.
Yeah.
43-7 to go.
Little pop of the glove from Hernandez as he says, no, I don't think so.
Keeping us calm there too.
Yeah, he's been focused tonight, I'm telling you that. I've never seen a goalie swing at a puck with the glove and knock it out of the front of the net. So there's the monster, number 17, taking over, winning. Back to Carter. Carter tries to cycle it up, can't. It stays back. Here comes Regis as they spread the ice in the neutral zone. Fort Collins shuts the door. They push it back into the zone. Carter there jumps in front. There's Beck to take the puck. And we got another penalty. I think it's on Carter.
And another one for Carter? Had one in the second, too.
That's a rare. Carter's not the one to be in the sin bin much.
Not in club season. He had one yesterday, too, though.
Yeah, this is a rare moment seeing number 11 in the sin bin. He's a pretty clean player. And Regis maintains 5, and then you're like, nope, they're on the power play too. Pinero, you got to come off. So Pinero comes off. Face off stick side of Hernandez. So we're 4-4. Regis wins the power play. Schick grabs the puck, pushes neutral, left to right, empty net. Schick takes a shot, goal.
Sharp angle.
Sharp angle.
He's such a skilled player. It's amazing how he can just, from such a tough angle, be able to like pick a corner and shoot it and get it there with so much accuracy. You know, sometimes it gets saved. A lot of the times it gets saved because it's easy for the goalies to see. But it's amazing to see that those shots are even counting as shots on goal and not going wide or high. Just goes to show you the skill of Carter Schick. And another one there. He was almost behind the net there as he kind of, like you said, just zinged that right in.
Yeah. He's a laser, man. You cannot leave holy Schick alone, man. He'll put it in a small hole. So face off center ice. He has 4 points in 2 games.
And they're all goals.
Let's get some. So bouncing back and forth, 2 seconds. Here we go, and it's the end of the game. Hernandez walks away with a shutout. 3-0 Regis. as they have a commanding lead, and the team goes back to Hernandez to celebrate. What a
had
great
an assist on that first goal, too, for Beck.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're not on the same line anymore.
All good. Hey,
I've gotten so used to associating the two of them.
Yeah, congratulations to the Regis Raiders. They come out with a great win, 3-0 shutout for Hernandez.
First game of the season, the Chasa season for Hernandez.
And
Here
he gets a shutout. Congratulations to Carter Schick, 2 points, 4 points in 2 games.
4 goals in 2 games.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's good to see him step up as we lose Manville tonight to a precautionary concussion protocol. So hope Manville gets back on the ice. And then I'm not sure about Ash because I didn't see Ash come out as well. So Eli, Ash, and Manville have to walk away. Great win for Regis. It's been good, man. Between the win and Coach Ott dancing to Jay-Z, I'm happy.
Highlight of the night was that.
Yeah, it was. Hey, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to the Brenner family for sponsoring this. What a great game. Game number 2. Regis is now 1 win, 0 losses, 1 tie. Great start.
1-0-1. Good start to the season.
Good
there,
start.
Yes.
Shout out. Hey, just real quick, I got to give it up to 2 people. Carter Schick, 2 points, man. It's hard not to look away from him. Hernandez walking away with a shutout. And then Perrin Jape, man, he was
Jape was good
everywhere.
Tonight. Yes.
He was yesterday, today, and then back. Man, there's so many good players.
It's almost like he cloned himself. He was everywhere.
Agree.
Stick was everywhere.
Hey, good job, Regis Raiders. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Gabby, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Just to give you guys a heads up, our next game is against a big rival, Cherry Creek, Friday, December 9th. At the Family Sports Center, and I have it down here for 5:30. So stay tuned. See you guys on Friday. Don't go anywhere as Regis Raiders continue to battle this out at Chasa. Thank you guys for tuning in. Gabby, thank you for joining me. It's always been a pleasure. High five. You guys, happy holidays. Stay safe.
Good night.
Good night.